No pity in Sin City, bro.
It's the worst thing in the world is being homeless.
Las Vegas, a city shimmering with neon lights, promising excitement, riches, and freedom. People from all around the globe come here to chase wild dreams and quick fortunes. But hidden beneath those dazzling signs and luxurious casinos lies a shocking secret that most visitors never discover. A grim truth where dreams don't just fade away, they vanish completely. They call it Sin City for good reason. Here, indulgence isn't just accepted, it's a lucrative business. And if you can't keep pace with this brutal game, you don't merely lose your money, you lose everything. Homes, families, dignity, even yourself. Every glittering casino casts a shadow, and those shadows lead to flood tunnels, grimy backstreets, and rundown hotel rooms. This is where thousands of forgotten souls fight to survive another night. One man living on these harsh streets put it plainly: the worst thing in the world is being homeless. They push you to your limit out here. No pity in Sin City, bro. But this isn't a story about glamorous parties or flashy nightlife. It's a journey into a Las Vegas nobody advertises, a reality most people refuse to believe exists. In the next few moments, you'll see a city that never sleeps, because thousands living here don't even have a safe place to rest their heads. From underground communities and broken promises to ruthless scams and stories of sheer survival. This is the Las Vegas no billboard will ever show you. Let's begin just steps away from the legendary Las Vegas Strip, where millions of dollars exchange hands every night. But just beneath those luxurious casinos and towering neon signs, another world lies hidden from sight. Stretching over 600 kilometers beneath the glitzy surface is a dark network of storm drains, originally built to carry floodwaters, now carrying something far heavier: the weight of Las Vegas's hidden housing crisis. Over 1,500 people live in these tunnels, not just for a few nights, but months, even years. One resident revealed the painful truth: the only thing I really miss is my car, my bathroom, and my kitchen. I've had all my stuff stolen and bulldozed. Down here, possessions mean absolutely nothing. There's no flashing neon here, no jackpot dreams, only damp concrete, makeshift bedding, and the distant hum of a city that seems worlds away. Sunlight never touches these tunnels. Instead, the air is thick, damp, and heavy. Walls covered in graffiti become desperate cries from those the city ignores. But here's the truly shocking part. The people who ended up underground never planned it this way. They arrived in Las Vegas full of hope, chasing new beginnings, a job in hospitality, nightlife, or perhaps that lucky poker hand. But when rents skyrocketed, jobs vanished, or health issues hit, the Strip turned from a place of promise into a one-way trapdoor. But even more haunting than the darkness is the silence, a deafening, eerie silence that consumes every corner. Life here revolves around finding clean water, dodging deadly floods, and staying invisible. In these tunnels, there's no privacy, no safety, and floods miles away can send deadly waves rushing through, destroying shelters, belongings, and what little hope remains. And above ground, things aren't much better. Shelters fill quickly, rents become impossible, and streets expose residents to dangers like theft, harassment, and constant displacement. Inside the tunnels, candles flicker in the gloom. Blankets and tarps form makeshift walls. One woman's only luxury is a crate filled with books. Another tapes fading childhood photos beside her makeshift bed. The last bit of warmth in a place never meant for humans. At first glance, you might think this story is about failure, but it's not. It's about survival, determination, and resilience. It's about people who lose everything, yet still get up every day and keep going. A man we met down here once installed dazzling lights in hotel lobbies, the same hotels he now hides beneath. His words were chillingly ironic. "Funny, I used to make these places shine. Now I hide in the dark." These tunnels represent Las Vegas's cruelest contradiction. Right beneath billion-dollar resorts, human lives remain hidden in darkness. Not because they chose this fate, but because nobody chose to notice them. Every year, over 38 million people flock to Vegas. They come full of excitement, gamble away fortunes, and then leave. To them, Vegas is a thrilling fantasy, a weekend wrapped in bright lights and extravagant dreams. But what about those who can't leave? Behind the glamorous facade of the billion-dollar tourism industry lies a growing crisis. A hidden population, once drawn here by opportunities, now finds itself trapped in a city of illusions with no exit. Many of Las Vegas's homeless didn't start out this way. They were hotel staff, casino workers, cooks, bartenders, even entertainers. These are the people who built Vegas from scratch. But now they're stranded in a city that promised everything, but delivered nothing. With median rents soaring past $1,500 for even basic one-bedroom apartments. Nearly 60% of renters in Vegas spend more than a third of their incomes on housing alone. The math simply doesn't add up. According to official statistics, Nevada's minimum wage in 2024 is just $11.25 an hour, barely $1,800 a month before taxes. With average rents already over $1,250, there's practically nothing left to survive on after paying for food, transportation, and health care. But what's even more shocking is how easily it could happen to anyone. Even those who built the city's glamorous image are finding themselves unable to afford living here. They're falling into a system that chews people up and spits them out, leaving them with nowhere else to go. From the dazzling casinos above to the shadowy tunnels below, Las Vegas is more than just a city. It's a stark example of dreams turning into nightmares. It's a chilling reminder that beneath every shining facade, there's often a hidden price. And in Sin City, that price can cost everything. Las Vegas is famous for glitz, but beneath the neon there's a quieter, harsher math that never adds up. A recent United Way Alice report shows more than 43% of Nevada families cannot cover simple needs, even though they work full-time. One missed shift, a sudden doctor bill, or a flat tire, and everything falls apart faster than a busted slot machine. Many people flock to Vegas believing there was room for everyone. Artists, hustlers, dreamers, anyone craving a fresh start. Yet today the city feels fenced off, guarded by high prices and low pay. Some once sparkling performers now curl up in shelters. A piano player who once thrilled a downtown lounge 5 nights a week lost his gigs when COVID closed venues, and his savings vanished. Now he sleeps under the I-15 overpass, still wearing a pressed jacket in case someone offers one more song. A woman in her 50s, once pampering tourists at a luxury spa, now crams into a weekly motel room with 2 co-workers. They juggle part-time shifts, sharing a space built for short visits, not month-to-month survival. These rooms were meant for travelers, not people trying to live, she sighs, staring at a suitcase that never gets unpacked. Here's the brutal twist. The very workers who make Vegas sparkle are getting priced out of their own city. In 2024, the Southern Nevada homeless census counted a 16% jump, topping 6,500 people. And that number misses anyone sleeping in cars, motels, or a friend's spare room. You won't spot them under the bright chandeliers when you check in, but they serve your coffee, sweep your lobby, and pray they can pay both food and rent this week. Las Vegas was built to dazzle the world. Yet in a rush to amaze tourists, the city forgot many of its own. When the music stops and crowds drift away, someone must stay behind to mop the floors. Only now that person might not have a bed to return to. Neon signs dance across the skyline. Fountains blast to music, and street performers strike a pose, while diamond shops glitter behind glass. For a brief moment, anyone can feel like a millionaire. But just past the Strip's glow lurks a truth no marquee advertises. Glamour has a hidden bill, and someone else often pays it. In Vegas, it's common to see a $1,000 gown sweep by a person sleeping on a bench. Champagne bubbles atop a skyscraper bar while, only streets away, parents line up at food banks before dawn. Luxury strolls beside despair as if it's normal. Red carpet velvet ropes one block, a silent alley with thin blankets the next. Servers, guards, and housekeepers finish late shifts, then climb into cars they now call home. Some slip into uniforms inside gas station restrooms. Others skip 2 meals so they can afford the morning bus. This crisis isn't only about poverty, it's about invisibility. In Vegas, appearances rule, so the show must go on even when the stagehands survive on fumes. A local organizer summed it up. Vegas runs on illusion, but the people who live here can't pretend anymore. Billions pour into new casinos and giant arenas, yet a different kind of building boom grows in silence. Tents on dusty lots, shelters behind warehouses, families wedged into motel rooms never designed for long stays. The city stretches upward, but many residents are pushed outward, sidelined, or shoved underground. And that exposes the biggest contradiction. Vegas was built to make visitors feel rich for a night, while full-time workers are one unexpected cost away from losing everything. Rent swallows half a paycheck, medicine costs more than groceries, schedules shift weekly, and benefits often vanish. No wonder even the most determined staff can't stay afloat. While travel magazines brag about endless possibility, thousands of locals see a city practically designed to look right past them. Behind the curtain, the lights don't shine as bright, and a single question echoes. What happens in a place built on spectacle when real people fade from the show? The promise sounds so simple. Arrive with a few dollars, leave with a fortune. Yet the reality is starkly different. Every evening, thousands pour into casinos with eyes wide, wallets open, and hearts pounding. Roulette wheels spin, dice tumble, slot machines sing their siren song. And for a fleeting heartbeat, anything feels possible. Yet there's an unbreakable Vegas rule. The house always wins. In 2023, Nevada casinos raked in more than $15.5 billion in gaming revenue, a record forged from millions of tiny losses stacked hour after hour. For every guest leaving a few hundred up, dozens exit empty-handed, and some lose far more than they could ever afford. One man rolled into town gripping his last $2,000, convinced a quick double would pay next month's rent. 2 hours later, he clutched $14 and slept in his car, too ashamed to call home. A single mother once hit a $10,000 jackpot on a penny slot. She fixed her car, bought her children's shoes, and returned the next weekend convinced lightning would strike twice. 2 years later, she's behind on bills, still chasing a thrill that lasted less than 5 minutes. These stories aren't rare, they're routine. Even locals who make the city run pop into casinos after work, hoping one lucky spin will change everything. Yet over time, the wins shrink while the losses rise. Las Vegas sells more than entertainment. It hawks hope on demand, wrapped in flashing color and sweet perfume. Every walkway is engineered to keep guests inside, keep them playing, and keep them believing. No clocks, no windows, no quiet corners. Only the ringing of coins and the soft thud of dreams collapsing. When players can't cover the next wager, the fallout goes far beyond empty pockets. Some quietly pawn wedding rings, others borrow from friends, many miss rent, and still they chase that one more chance to turn it all around. Even people who beat the odds sometimes find themselves locked out later. Winning can trigger a loop. Success tastes so good they come back, only to watch the house reclaim every chip and more. So Vegas remains a city of sweeping contrast. Towering gold hotels above, fragile shelters below. Tourists see lights that shout forever. Yet residents notice shadows growing longer each year. Illusion is powerful, but reality waits in the wings, asking a question the neon cannot smother. Who cleans up the glitter when the show ends? And where do they lay their heads when the strip goes dark? A gambler once hailed as the Baccarat genius stormed into Vegas history and paid a shocking price. He flipped a few $1,000s into more than $1 million, armed only with fierce focus and raw nerve. Yet his victory parade ended in a whispered lifetime ban from nearly every major casino on the Strip. In this town, you are free to win, but only for a heartbeat. Here lies the wild irony of Sin City. If you lose, polite hosts will drape an arm around your shoulder and invite you to stay. Win too big, and velvet-voiced managers guide you right to the door. Las Vegas never scolds failure. It politely erases success once it grows inconvenient. The brilliance of the system is chilling because it never yanks cash from your hands. It woos you into surrendering every chip, one hopeful bet at a time. So when you spot someone frozen at a slot machine, eyes glazed, fingertip trembling above that glowing button, remember this is not a harmless pastime. It is a fierce duel between belief and hard reality, and most nights belief staggers away empty-handed. Stroll the strip after dark, and you march straight into a waking dream. Music thunders, lights whirl, crowds cheer, and giant marquees scream that this is where life truly happens. But peer beyond the fountains and showgirls, and a quieter hustle flickers to life, one built on small and cunning traps rather than roulette wheels. Take the notorious photo trap. It looks like fun until the flash fades. Performers dressed as superheroes or cartoon icons beckon tourists for a quick picture. Smiles beam, the camera clicks, and then the price tag lands. That'll be $40 each. If you hesitate, grins vanish, voices climb, and a curious circle forms. Guests usually hand over the cash, not because the fee feels fair, but because they dread a scene. Another polished snare hides in the free gift pitch near busy malls. A well-groomed salesperson waves a skincare sample while murmuring, "You look tired. Want a quick refresh?" The moment you nod, gentle charm morphs into grinding pressure. A single dab of cream suddenly costs $300, and you stagger away arguing with a receipt you never meant to sign. Watch for the bracelet trick, too. It happens in one swift motion. A stranger slips a string of beads around your wrist before you can object, then sweetly asks for just a donation. Refuse, and the mood ices over. They follow, they guilt, they speak louder, banking on your wish to avoid embarrassment. Because in Las Vegas, discomfort itself is profitable. Even casual leaflets handed out on sidewalks can hide sharp hooks. Some flyers funnel you toward high-pressure timeshare pitches. Others advertise services you never wanted. When visitors realize the trap, they rarely call police. They walk away lighter in pocket and heavier in doubt, which is exactly why the trick keeps working. It is easy to scold the tourists, yet many arrive chasing celebrations. A birthday, a honeymoon, a break from worry. That open-hearted hope is the very key scammers twist. Locals understand the hustle so well that some join it. Not from malice, but from sheer need when paychecks run thin. A city where sidewalks become hunting grounds for confusion tells a darker tale about the machine beneath. When trust itself becomes risky, every bright promise dims a shade. Vegas thrives on performance, but not every act ends with applause. Some fade into silent frustration and a long walk back to a hotel room, wondering how a dream trip soured so fast. Remember, lights never sleep here, yet not everything that glows is worth reaching for. Behind all that sparkle, a quieter collapse is spreading, not only in housing, but in the very safety nets built to catch those who fall. Clark County reports more than 6,500 people experiencing homelessness on any given night, a leap of 16% in 1 year. Shelters strain at full capacity month after month, proving that Las Vegas faces more than a homelessness crisis. It faces a support crisis. The people who greet visitors, pour drinks, shine stages, and scrub suites are the same neighbors now crossing an invisible line toward the edge. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the dark side of Las Vegas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video powerful, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more untold stories like this one. Your support helps us shine a light where others won't. Thank you for watching. Disclaimer: this video is based on publicly available reports and data. It's meant to offer perspective and encourage conversation. It's not intended as legal, financial, or personal advice. Always consider additional sources when forming conclusions.